Welcome, everybody. I'm John Weller. I'm the Chief Innovation Officer here at Broadlume. I'm joined today with the VP of Marketing from the Dixie Group, and we're going to talk about today the Dixie Group Digital Retailing Program. Could not be more excited. Welcome to the second VIP Town Hall by Broadlume. So Dan, let's talk about, how this came together. You guys contacted us, and I'm just for background purposes, where were you guys thinking when you guys reached out and talked about, a digital partnership with Broadlume?
Well, John, we're in many areas digitally behind the eight ball, and we needed some help getting caught up and frankly getting on pace with the needs of the customers today. And our commitment together really is enhancing our digital footprint and capability. We reached out to you for some help, and boy, we've been getting it. So we're very excited about where we're heading.
Well, I never forget that phone call, first listening. I mean, again, it's been 15 years of working with retailers and manufacturers at some level to basically bring digital to this industry. But that phone call had really opened my eyes to finally manufacturers are really getting excited about what we could do together digitally to bring their products to the consumer. And I remember coming up to the office very, very clearly. You guys have an amazing office up on top of the mountain, and I was with Todd and Neil, and we took a tour, and I'll never forget Todd's response saying, "Holy crap, these products are freaking gorgeous." He goes, "Carpet's getting ready to make a comeback. Let's do this." And then the rest is history. We put this partnership together.
Yeah, I'm not so sure those were his exact words, but the meaning's there.
Yes, exactly. He was very enthusiastic in his response to seeing your products. Hey, listen, I got to be honest with you. Me too. I've been in the industry a very long time. I've known the brand, not been, not as intimately familiar with it as some people are, but I was amazed at the way the products looked, what you guys are working on, the beauty and the breadth of what you guys are doing. And again, in the digital world, the platform is only as good as the content that's on it. And I was excited as Todd was to think, man, what's going to happen when we bring these products to life in a new and contemporary way?
Yeah, the fun part about our business is we're in the fashion business, and it's always fun to be able to create and market and motivate consumers with pretty product. And we do that really well. And I think it was eye-opening for you all to see all that we have in all of our brands together collectively in one place. So I think that's really important, and I know it had an impact on our first visit, right?
Absolutely. All right, Dan, let's talk about the components of the digital retailing program, because this is where it really gets exciting. We are taking all those amazing products that you guys are working on under all of your brands, whether it's DH Floors, TRUCOR, Masland, or Fabrica. This applies to now all of the Dixie Group brands, and this is what the program entails. So first and foremost, any retailer that has a Broadlume website, there is a brand page being built out on all four of the Dixie brands onto that retailer's website. So that's number one. Number two, the product catalog now includes sample ordering and visualization of all of the products that are being brought to market by Dixie. So that includes, again, TRUCOR, Masland, DH Floors, Fabrica. All those products now have a brand persona on each of the retailers' websites, and enables the customer to look at those products in their home, in the rooms of their home with visualization, order a sample of that product, and read about all the different things that those products actually, the features and benefits. And then last but not least, there is a visualization component in the store that allows that consumer to come to the store and on a large screen look at the larger samples of any of the brands that Dixie carries and in the rooms of their home while they're visiting the store. So from a program standpoint, what we're doing is giving the retailer and the consumer tools to work in a much more digital and contemporary way to see your products in those stores. On top of that, remember, you're built, this is all built on top of the Broadlume platform. So you've got web to text messaging that is also fit in to this, and marketing automation, to where every time that a consumer takes an action, whether they're ordering a sample or they're visiting the website, there's other things going on that make communication much more contemporary for that consumer, like messaging through the website that goes to the retailer and to a person at the store to their cell phone, to where they're texting now back and forth with this customer on the website. And again, like I said, with the marketing automation, the consumer orders a sample, and now messaging is going out to let the consumer know, thank you for ordering the sample. It's also letting the retailer know that that sample has been ordered. And I've heard that you guys are also playing a part in this, which is really awesome, where sample ordering notifications are coming to you guys, and you guys are now reaching out to retailers and saying, look, we've got this sample order, and you're connecting that retailer to the opportunities that are transpiring from your brand websites.
Right. You know, accessing the customer today and how they want to shop today has definitely changed. And the ability to go from digital to physical and give them the environment and the tools to shop more efficiently. I mean, it's really a game changer. And the detail behind it that you offer your members is pretty unparalleled.
Well, I'll tell you what's exciting is the feedback that we're getting, Dan. I mean, first of all, the numbers don't lie. I mean, we're looking at conversion rates, and conversion rates on a website with, a product catalog and visualization, we had reached as high as 3% as a kind of understood conversion. As we've added sample ordering to these websites, when a retailer gets to a section of the website that has sample ordering and visualization, we're up to about a 6.4% conversion rate. And again, your products speak for themselves. So we have some of these retailers that are now pushing out this user experience with the Fabrica products, with the Masland products. And we're seeing even a much higher conversion rate when a dealer is shopping within those brands, because again, the brands, those products speak for themselves. They just are very different looking in the marketplace. And so we're starting to get incredible feedback, not just in the data and seeing the conversion rate rise, but from retailers. I took it and took some of the reports that we were getting back about sample ordering and called some retailers, people I had never met before. I mean, I know a lot of retailers, been doing this a lot of times, but I've called some people that I've never met and said, listen, we've recently launched the program on your website. And we actually were launching this simultaneous to the messaging going out. So some of these retailers didn't even know that they had the sample ordering and visualization and all of this content on their website. And one of the conversations in particular, the retailer told me, I was wondering what happened, and told me about an order that he actually received over the phone from a consumer who had a sample in hand, had been to your brand website, had read everything about the product, had been on the retailer's website, read about the product, and actually placed an order over the phone without ever coming to the showroom. So it's really early, right? And we're rolling this out, but some of the feedback that we're getting already is extremely exciting and encouraging. And again, I think, you guys are working with our team. Where are we in the rollout? I think from what I understand, it's in full motion.
It's in full motion. It's early. We've, I believe, rolled out our assets to over 650 of our mutual customers. And with that is all of the things you mentioned, the product catalog, the online visualization, and the online sample ordering directly from the dealer's website. The comment you made in the example earlier is really a testament to how the customer is saving time and wanting to shop differently. And they're very comfortable as long as they can have that sample in hand and they see a good representation online, they're confident in making that transaction. And it's a different approach. There are lots of people out there that are very comfortable doing that. So we're encouraged. It's early. The adoption's been awfully good so far, and I think we're in optimization mode.
That's awesome. So 650 retailers now have the assets, visualization, and sample ordering on their websites, and we just started. That's a very good start. I knew that I had been talking to our development team, and they told me the sample orders were starting to really heat up and visualization stats were really heating up. So that's exciting. And 650 retailers are now getting to experience digital retailing with the 4 Dixie brands, which is extremely exciting to me because your products are extraordinary. And I look forward to seeing what happens. So Dan, if a retailer is watching this webinar and wants to find out more, what is the best course of action?
Well, we certainly have made some new relationships because of our relationship with the Broadlume team. The Dixie Group has been in the market for a long time. We have some of the oldest brands in the business, with Masland being over 150 years old, and Fabrica approaching its 30-year anniversary next year, and with DH Floors celebrating 20 years this year. We don't know everybody. We want to keep our doors very open, and I would say we have excellent representation in every market. If you don't know who your local Dixie Home, Fabrica, Masland, TRUCOR representative is, please reach out to me directly or through the Broadlume team. We will put you in touch for sure.
Yep. And if you're a retailer who does not have a Broadlume website and you're wondering how you can turn digital retailing on with any one of those 4 brands that Dan just talked about, reach out to us at broadlume.com. And we'd be happy to show you, how our website functionality works, our CRM, our accounting software, and how we can help you get into the digital retailing game. This is very exciting. It is the next evolution. Consumers are spending about 90% of their time online in the purchase of floor covering. The stats are somewhere around 12 hours online to 2 hours in the showroom. So digital retailing is here and it's here to stay. And I could not be more excited about this partnership. So Dan, I could not be more excited about this partnership and rolling it out. 650 retailers are already in. That's super exciting. So listen, we're going to transition here. We've got quite a few retailers on the webinar on different platforms. And what we want to do is open it up to Q&A and see what retailers or anyone who's listening to this, any questions you might have about the program, be happy to answer them. Okay. Well, it looks like we have our first question. First question is, if I already have a Broadlume website, what is the cost to have the Dixie digital program? Good question. So this is a pretty unique opportunity for retailers. The requirement for a Broadlume retailer who already has a Broadlume website is to have an account with the Dixie Group and to have one or all of the displays for the corresponding brands that they represent in your showroom. That's basically it. As long as you have a Broadlume website and you have a display of Masland, Fabrica, DH Home, or TRUCOR, you will be activated and digital retailing will be activated for your store. So there's no cost other than having the Dixie display and a Broadlume website to get into the program. Okay. Question number 2. Dan, I'll let you answer this one. Who ships?
It says, is this available in Canada? You bet. We have a lot of great customers in Canada. And we certainly would welcome a deeper relationship with anyone that's there who knows us a little bit and wants to know us a lot better. So for sure.
Cool. Wow. A question slipped in there. I didn't even see that one. There's another question that just came up about who ships the samples to the consumer from my website. You want to take that, Dan?
Sure, we do. We treat those with the same care. With our partnership digitally, we get the information directly from the dealer's website. It comes in. We're getting anywhere from 6 to 10 regularly a day, 6 to 10 orders and multiple swatches requested each time. But we ship them out directly to the store or to the customer when they have come from the dealer's website.
Okay. The next question is, I'll take this one. If I have visualization on my website, why would I want an in-store kiosk? Very good question. So listen, visualization is becoming one of those things that as consumers are spending more and more time online and they're encountering the opportunity to visualize products in their home, it's becoming like table stakes, like everyone expects it. But we have recently rolled out an in-store visualization kiosk that retailers can augment the consumer experience with. And it's basically a large screen kiosk that goes into your store. And the advantages are this. Number one, everything is now, the interface on the kiosk makes using it in the store with a consumer much easier than if you were navigating to your website on a computer or on a screen or on a phone, basically in the showroom. The second part of it is it shows up way better on a large screen than it does obviously on a computer screen or a phone. The third part is it's something that you can actually get consumers who have not been on your website to actually get very interested in and come very excitedly to your store as a value add. So we've had retailers who have had this kiosk in their store now for many months. And what they're telling us is when a customer now calls their store, every single one of them is being told, hey, listen, before you come to the store, take pictures of the rooms in your home that you want to decorate, bring those to our store. And we have a large screen where we can actually take the samples in our store and show you what those products look like on a large screen. Dealers are reporting that consumers will drive an hour across town after they hear that you have that experience in the store. So it is just an augmentation of digital retailing. It's a way to tie together what's going on your website to what's going on in the showroom. And again, it's just another tool for your salesperson to use to differentiate you in the marketplace and give that consumer a really cool experience that maybe they haven't seen yet because it is something that's a new technology that's out in the marketplace. Okay. How does this integrate with FCA network private labels? Go ahead. Go ahead, Dan.
I'll take it. And this is Gary. So Gary, we do quite well with private label programs, and every day, day in and day out, and depending on how you have your website set up with Broadlume, they have the ability to show your private label names and associate them with our images so they seamlessly work in your website. And then beyond that, when there's a sample order that's generated, we'll do the crossover on our end and send out the appropriately labeled sample to the customer, the consumer, so that it's pretty seamless end to end when they come back into the showroom.
Cool. Okay. Here is a question from Enrique with Buffalo Floors in Houston, Texas. Enrique asks, This sounds like a great idea. Can we take this mobile? We have a mobile showroom and we drive to customers' homes and retailer offices. 100%. Listen, your website is obviously mobile. If it's a Broadlume website, it's mobile friendly. So yes, if you have a Broadlume website and you are a customer of the Dixie Group with one of their 4 brands or all their brands, this basically is a mobile application that you can take to a customer's home or to a retailer's office and use all these capabilities that we're talking about right from an iPad or right from a phone. So yes, it is mobile adaptable.
Yeah, and you talk about a heightened level of service. Not only do they place their orders online and then someone shows up at their door. I think there are a number of very progressive retailers who have embraced the shop at home service, and it's a time saver for the consumer. And frankly, they're looking to do that these days.
Okay. Wow, the questions are rolling in. How much is the kiosk and how to get one? So if you are a Broadlume customer or not a Broadlume customer, simply reach out. If you are a Broadlume customer, reach out to your account manager, your digital consultant, and they can help you acquire one. If you're not a Broadlume customer, go to broadlume.com, send us a request, and we will contact you and give you the information on how to acquire one. The costs are varied. We have 3 different sizes, and they start at about $1,200 for the smallest kiosk and go up from there depending on the size of the kiosk that you decide on. Okay.
I'll take the next one. How long does it take for a client to receive the samples once they're ordered? Because this is all digital, we get these sample orders throughout the day. We generally process those orders within 1 day, and we ship them 2-day ground service UPS. So it's a very quick transition, almost Amazon-like, Prime without the fee, right? So they do go out quite quickly.
Okay, I really like this next question. The next question is this e-commerce? And so I really love the question. We've been doing this a very long time at Broadlume, talking to retailers and working with manufacturers, looking at all the data. And it's amazing to me how many retailers and even manufacturers are so strongly requesting e-commerce. I can tell you this, the data has proven out that e-commerce is not a path for most people to win in the marketplace. E-commerce, though it's very convenient for the consumer, lacks getting any sort of understanding of the differences in the types of products that you're offering. And to be honest with you, if you look at the people that are successful in e-commerce, they are the people that are selling the commodity bulk products at the lowest margins. And the more retailers and the more manufacturers that are pushing e-commerce, you're just going to have the erosion of profit continue to go down as more and more people offer e-commerce, because it doesn't allow for the storytelling and the hand-holding and the things that actually make buying products like Dixie Group products and working with an independent retailer, all of the value of that brand story and the uniqueness of those products and the special attention that a independent retailer provides that a box store does not provide, or an e-commerce retailer, that all goes away. And when that all gets taken out of the equation, you're now competing for a total commodity sale. And now you would have to work 3 times harder to make less profit. And at the end of the day, I don't even see e-commerce as something that most retailers should ever look at. But no, this is not e-commerce, but I think it's the antithesis. I think what we're doing here is radically simplifying the consumer experience to shop for floor covering, but then we're connecting them with an expert in the local market and giving them that attention and that white glove service that you can't get from a box store or e-commerce, but we're doing it with all the digital tools that are available in e-commerce. So to me, this is a combination of e-commerce and the next iteration of retail, with the manufacturers partnering with the independent retailers digitally to provide something that one-ups e-commerce and is a much better opportunity to actually grow your business, differentiate yourself in the market, increase margins, and do things completely differently than, you know, everybody that's rushing to e-commerce, because that's, in my opinion, not the answer. But I love the question. Are there any more questions? All right. Well, I don't see any more questions coming in. Dan, thank you so much for joining me here today. Thank you to the crowd of people that joined this webinar. I think it's the largest crowd of people. I'm looking across all the different platforms, and it looks like we had many hundreds of people here, which is unique. Usually in the middle of the day during a work day, we have somewhere between 100 or 200, but we far surpassed that number, which is great to see. Again, thank you, Dan. Thank you, everybody, for joining, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you all.